Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Ranwin Parked, the normal show without the Q&A. Even though that went over really, really well last time, even though I thought it wouldn't because it's not our usual format. So what do I know? Also, a little bit of a warning: ZK's internet is acting up, so if he sounds like a robot, it's because he's a robot.
Everything is perfectly fine.
Those might be the only words you hear from him.
Yes. It was nice knowing you.
It's been fun. But no, yeah, everybody really seemed to enjoy the Q&A episode, and I feel like despite the fact we had some hot takes in there, people generally took it pretty well. Everybody but Kurt.
Everybody except me. I was the only one personally attacked.
But ZK picked a German tank.
That was pretty funny. I wish I had known at the time that you had done that, because that would have been a really funny joke at the time. But I don't know tanks.
And this show doesn't have funny jokes, so it all went well.
Yeah, pretty much. There's not a whole lot in the news front, but I do have to do some investigative reporting right now. There are rumors and allegations that one of the members on this very show might not be happy with their cars anymore. And I know it's not me, because I never get rid of any cars. And I know it's not ZK, because he's been saying he was going to sell a car for 2 years now and hasn't done it. Kurt?
So 2 episodes in a row, I get personally accosted.
This isn't accosted as much as it is. All right, well, yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
Yes. No, but yeah, I've obviously still have the Corolla, and I've been working on it. Rejetted the carburetor, the idle jets.
Oh, you haven't
I
gotten to the
apparently
other
have
ones.
to go back to the main jets and redo those, which is just a real mystery and a crapshoot. But after doing that, I did take it out for a drive, and I became awash with the feeling that I think it's time to move on from the Corolla. I don't
Awash with the
feel
feeling.
like I'm getting out of it the enjoyment of driving it, of what I'm putting into it, if that makes any sense.
Sure. ZK doesn't understand this because he never
No,
drives
I have
anything.
no idea what you're talking about.
All he does is either work on them or watch them. I understand. I said a while
He says
back.
with a tear rolling down his cheek.
I said a while back, like, no, you can't sell it. I'll be so sad. But honestly, after driving it, I was more convinced then that you wouldn't keep it than ever, because it is, especially where you live in the world, really hard to drive. It is more work than fun.
Yes. And like the thing I enjoy, how simple it is, and taking apart a carburetor and plugging this, that, and the other in, and an alternator and whatever. Like that part of it I enjoy, but then the actual driving of it is like a chore. And it like causes me anxiety, like to make sure I go on the right roads, and like, oh no, the speed limit here is 50. I'm
Yeah.
doomed.
In a world where the cheapest Mitsubishi Mirage can chop the thing to 50 miles an hour, that's it's a hard car to drive.
Yes. Like I don't need a fast car, but I like comfortable cars. On the flip side, the SVX was comfortable, but it wasn't fun to work on because parts were impossible to find, and it was more modern, so everything was 10 times more complicated and impossible to get to.
It's a
So what
Goldilocks
I'm
thing.
hearing is what Kurt needs is a 90s Honda.
I honestly don't think that would be wrong, because it has like the simplicity, it has the speed, but what it doesn't have, what I think Kurt would be missing, is like the charisma, like the weirdness, because there's nothing less weird than a 90s Honda.
No, he needs like a Prelude SI.
Even
like maybe
I'm sorry, Ant's gonna not watch our show anymore, but the Prelude is like on the tier of boring. It's only below the Accord. Like, it is one of the more boring Hondas.
What about the what is it? The arrow hatch thing? Or couple of those recently.
They're neat, I guess. But what do you have anything like? When you went to get the Corolla, you didn't have anything in mind, and that's why you're a very hard read. So
Right.
I have no idea what this could possibly be developing into, but it might make our show interesting as we try to like decode what is going on in Kurt's head.
I mean, he's
Clearly,
been looking
yeah.
at a lot of Forerunners recently.
Which is, yeah, just the fact that he was looking at Forerunners to me is just like my mind exits my body and goes, well, I don't know what to do here.
Well, yeah, I did tweet out my Craigslist favorites, and it's a wide range of old Falcons and RX-7s and Forerunners and Subaru Outback XTs. So it'll be a mystery, I suppose. And I'm not like I'm putting it up for sale right now, but this is just like that was the first time where I'm like I could definitively say, yeah, I could move on from this. I need something new. I need a change of pace.
I know the time scale of a Kurt J. Mac. This was like step one of a 50-step process.
Correct. Yes. So I'll see you all in 2025.
Right. Oh man. All right. Well, I think that's a investigation well wrapped up.
Case closed.
Case closed. You hate the Corolla. I even wore the Corolla shirt today, Kurt. How could
Ah, it will forever live on in your wardrobe.
you? That's a weird statement that you say. Let's make things less weird. Let's look at some ads in Ranwin Parked. Oh, I was like, do I not have the actual ad in here? It's because it's really hard to find the car in this ad. But believe it or not, it is not the RX-7 in the background. It's this lovely 280Z or ZX. Is it a Z or is it a ZX?
With 280s or ZXs?
No, 280s can be Zs. And then there's a 280ZX.
But they cannot be Nissans. The 280Zs were only Datsuns.
That is true. From
At
the
least here in the
front,
States.
it looks ZX. That looks like a Z. Yeah, that's a 280Z. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not squared at the headlight right here.
Yeah, and it's got the curved in behind
Yeah.
the whatever B pillar that would be.
You know
Look
it's a
at
good
those.
Ranwin Parked when you have to like you have to search beneath the leaves to figure out which of the cars it is.
What's with the head scoop and the side skirts and
Yeah, I think
I think that's what's confusing it.
yeah. It's definitely got like a body kit on it. I think the
but
hood's
they
stock.
left the ugly 5-mile-an-hour bumper on it.
I'm impressed. Usually, most people see those bumpers and they go, ooh. When I see them, I'm like, hey, somebody with class. Because if you just remove the bumpers from a safety bumper car, it's like, I don't know. It's like,
No. I get
instead
you.
of getting
Removing the
braces, you just
bumpers-
punched out all your teeth.
Yes, removing the bumpers, not the best choice, but keeping the bumpers,
It does have louvers
Ooh, louvers.
and quite a smorgasbord of failed projects around here. Looks like some kind of Escort or something there. And
Yeah.
who knows? Maybe Buick or whatever that is over there.
It's like a
It does look like a LeSabre or
Firebird or
something.
something.
Yeah, I was thinking Firebird, something GM. It's got that GM roundness.
And suspiciously empty wheel well.
Well, it's there's a wheel there. It's just got these big flares on it with stock wheels.
Okay.
That patch doesn't look great.
Didn't they say they wanted like $5,000 for this?
No, it was only 5,400.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, they're really hot right now.
They-
So you gotta get while the market is in the red or in the black. I don't know.
I think my point
like
of
how-
this is like, how did you wait this long to figure out that this thing was worth money? Like 10 years
Oh,
ago,
no, they
this car was
didn't.
money.
They didn't. If you see, it was posted 20 weeks ago.
And I don't think this one is even a good starter. Like I don't think this is a good like $1,000 starter. Because you know what's
No,
under that
this is-
fiberglass.
Yeah, this is if you need some window trim and some headlight bucket type things.
And louvers.
And louvers.
I don't see a lot of louvers on regular Zs. I see it on the ZX, but not on regular Zs. I think that was a later thing. Like louvers didn't really become a thing till late 70s and the 80s. But I thought it was a good representation of, again, our marquee car, which unfortunately seems to be very commonly left in the woods to rot away, and then somebody comes along and says, "This is worth money."
It's in good condition.
Yeah, right. The leaves are. What you got, Kurt?
I have, in good condition, a 1970 Chevelle SS
Yeah.
for only $5,000. It's a 4-speed car. They believe it to be an LS6 for $5,000. This could be your starter.
A $5,000 starter day. What exactly you starting with it?
I don't know. maybe the wheel hubs are good.
I can't quite see through the Vaseline. I'm sorry.
Ooh. Well, I see a bunch of louvers actually.
Yeah,
in
there's a
the
bunch of louvers in the
some of
background.
and very smooshed roof.
Oh, that's real smushed.
A little smooshed.
I don't think that's even rollover smushed. I think that's like
No, that
tree
looks
fell
like a-
on it.
Yeah, that's a tree.
Oh, there you go. There's your $5,000.
Mm-hmm.
The trunk's good.
Trunk's good. There's like a
Like seriously,
Narrow
they
off the
couldn't clean off
behind
the
it.
lens for one picture.
it's the old Vaseline filter.
Ooh.
It's
That's-
been crushed for so long that there's now an ecosystem growing within the valleys of the crinkled roof.
You're not just buying a car, you're adopting a rainforest. Why does it feel like it's getting more crushed every picture? Wait, they believe it's an LS6 like packaged car. It doesn't even have an engine in it. And like there's nothing. This is a VIN.
I don't
like
know.
someone's
I
selling
can
a VIN
barely
basically.
tell what's happening.
Well, you see, Bob
got a lot of
Diamante
cool-
came over and looked at the third letter in the VIN.
Did you just say Bobby Labonte?
What's his name? Something Leabonte, the junkyard.
Steve Bignante.
Steve Mignante. Exactly like I said. Steve Mignante stopped by and looked at the third letter in the VIN.
2000s NASCAR star Bobby Labonte stopped by and was like, "That's a Chevelle SS you got there."
I know everything about the auto world and all of its biggest stars.
I do enjoy that show, the Junkyard Find show. Not really so much for like actual knowledge. I just enjoy seeing somebody be able to use all of this knowledge that they have for something. Like I want someday in my life for my book of useless 240 knowledge to come in handy someday. So it's nice to see somebody like have that come true. That one's just crushed, Kurt.
It is.
It's just
It is.
It's just crushed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm crushed. Speaking of crushed, most of these were.
MC Javelin.
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 Oh, I didn't know if your internet cut out or not, or if you had. This is the game we're gonna have to play today.
It's a Javelin.
It ran when parked, but has new plugs and plug wires and a new ignition coil, distributor cap, and rotor.
This is
Turns
ZK.
sparks, but won't start.
ZK, the car salesman. People walk in, they're like, "So, what you got here? Cars?"
Think you call that a Javelin?
I think I like AMCs because of how weird and stupid they are.
Why they gotta be stupid?
Because they're weird and stupid.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
And this one's got all the glorious ran when parked features.
It really
like
did, yeah.
the grill in the front seat,
Rat-
the mold and
Rat
rat
poop in
turds
the
in
back.
the back.
poop. Look at that new filter though.
That's true. Most of the cars never have any of the air filter components.
Don't have the top.
It is don't have the top of the air cleaner.
I mean, heaven forbid there's a top of an air cleaner on something ever. SST. Oh, headliner, I guess.
It's got a nice headliner and at least one visor.
And a dome light.
Floors.
And I don't think Duralast parts is ever a good sign.
No, generally not. Oh, they found the top for the air cleaner.
And hey, bumpers. The bumpers have been removed. We know what that means.
Mm-hmm. Wait, what does that mean?
That it's neither better nor worse.
Oh, you mean
According
like
to the
intentionally removed?
Yeah.
I
I'm
don't.
curious what they had like connected with an erector set to the front there, like radiator. There was something.
Looks like a trans cooler, I guess.
Mm.
Yeah, I would imagine. I see what looks like low quality hoses going backwards. Lovely, lovely.
That back seat looked like it's been chewed on a little bit.
Just a
by
touch.
something.
Or someone. Hey, there's your bumper.
No
I
judging.
found it. I like the hubcaps. Those are styling. Boy, I never really noticed this bizarre arch in the front, too.
Yeah, the Javelins are very strange looking cars.
Are you just going to keep
They're
saying
like-
Javelin, or is this a running joke?
I said Javelin that time, not Javelin.
Yeah, but it's still a Javelin.
Javelin.
Oh, boy.
Look, I'm from the Southwest, okay?
This is one of those
It's got
ones
good patina.
I feel like there's something I should like about it, but I just can't find it. There's just nothing
AMC
about the
are
shape
like
of it.
all the muscle cars that America forgot about.
It's justification for forgetting about things, really.
There's
Just
a
like they
reason
forgot about
AMC
this in their front yard.
Right.
There's a reason AMC isn't around anymore. Let's just
So far, the only thing like even AMC adjacent that we've had on the show that I've been like, I want one of those in my life is the Marlin.
Ah, that Marlin.
Which technically,
I thought
like,
it was the
it's not even technically, it's in the AMC like bubble. But
was
yeah,
it the AMC Thundercat or something that we had
that
a while
you just
back?
made that up. But I need you to know they have the clean tittles.
Clean tittle.
Clean tittle in hand. Yeah, I don't know. $4,000. Maybe these are desirable to somebody out there, but it's just not for me. It ain't me.
It's got new plugs and oil change.
Is it for you? Like, are you legitimate about this or nah?
Not this one, no.
Specifically not this one.
It's like, I never liked,
I do like the Javelins though.
people are
Javelins.
people are gonna hate me for saying this.
Javelins? Javelins.
I don't like Mach 1 Mustangs, like the original Mach 1 Mustangs.
Yeah, and this looks like a Mach 1.
And I don't like this has like a Mach style of that. Mach. Alliteration. Moving on.
Are you a chicken?
Mach. Oh, this show was a mistake. I'd make that mistake. All right, this one. Buckle your pants, everybody. Especially you, cousin of mine, Angry Hippopotamus. It's a 1992 Volkswagen Corrado SLC Coupe with a VR6.
Oh no, my internet is dying.
Get out. If I was going to buy any older Volkswagen, honestly, if I'm ever going to buy another Volkswagen in my life, it would probably be one of these. Because I think that shape is just something really cool, and it's got a VR6, and everything about it I just like. I think maybe we've had Scirocco's. I don't know if we've had a Corrado, but this one's just like perfect for me. Even the stainless steel pedals, I'll take them. And the ratchet with the socket on it in the passenger seat.
Which I'm sure is no indication of anything wrong.
But it's kind of just a weird oddball car. Like, I don't understand what they were going for other than to just try to look cooler than a Golf. But I like how strange they are. Years ago, I never would have had any interest in this car because I was so like, ew, front wheel drive, gross. But now that I realize that that really just doesn't matter for a driving car, yeah, I'd be all about this. Sadly, there's no engine picture, but it's a sharp looking ride, I think. Kurt, $5,000 seems like it's kind of in your budget.
It's in my budget. There we go. I'll just have to take a trip down to wherever this is.
I think it's way over here, so.
I would imagine, yes. No, I do like these. It does have that kind of sort of shooting brake-esque profile.
Right. It's stuck somewhere in between. Like it's a coupe, a hatch, and a wagon in a blender, and this came out. I do like this market value on the right. It's like, yeah, somewhere between 1,100 and 2,800, and they're just like, nah, screw it. 5,000.
I think what I don't like about this is that I like the Scirocco, but this looks like a Scirocco mixed with a Passat.
Sure, but I mean, a Scirocco was just like a Scirocco mixed with a Golf. Is that any different?
I don't know.
It does have more modern wheels on it, which some people probably wouldn't like, but I actually think they fit it quite nicely.
I think they're okay.
Hey, I got an okay at a ZK.
The wheels, not the Corrado.
I think it's nice. That's all I have to say.
I think it's just swell.
I don't
It
have
gets
any
points for being weird.
It unfortunately doesn't do anything for me that the TT doesn't. If it did, then I would probably be interested in it, but it's like, in reality, it's just going to be a slower, more front-wheel drive, more problematic TT. So it doesn't check the boxes for me of a mistake that I would make, unless that TT turns into the ticking time bomb that ZK's always said it was going to be.
I'll be fine.
All right, let's see this. Let's see this. The new Corolla.
The new Corolla, a 63 Chevy Bel Air, 2-door, only 2 owners in 55 years, allegedly.
Neither one of them knew how to take care of their paint.
True. It's a briar patch find, not a barn find.
What the heck's a
briar
patch?
Find. A field with patches of briars.
Okay, Google, what's a briar patch?
It sounds like one of those like dolls you got.
Very stand trees or tall shrubs, often dominated by only one or a few species. Exclusion of all others.
Okay, then.
Your what's the word I'm looking for? Your compressor chopped her off, but something about trees and bushes.
Trees and bushes, yeah. Dominated by a single species.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Learning with Ranwin Park.
I think this is a cool vehicle, like already in kind of the way that I would want it.
It's Kurt 2012.
It is. It's the new me. That's the old me.
I thought it was a Ute.
You thought it was a Ute.
Take off the trunk and you got a Ute.
Yeah, we've
Look
seen
at
it
it.
before. It's happened. I
was about to be all about this.
I don't see a lot of these around.
No, certainly not the 2-doors either. It's clearly owned by somebody who has a knack
for mistakes.
There's an old Chevy, 55 Chevy, and whatever that is in the yard.
C10 of some sort.
Well, and then like
looked like the
I
noticed
didn't
their
even see
daily
that.
driver was a Ford.
True. There's people out there that are going to say this is patina done right. I'm still not on that boat.
Sure.
Like it is, like it's, you can tell it's like actually weathered patina. Like this is actually worn paint, but still, it would look better with
It's
paint.
ugly.
Ooh, I like that dash. Looks so modern.
Yeah, the whole interior they did here is stellar. Stellar, I say.
Stella.
If by stellar you mean extremely bright red.
Very,
Very
red.
red.
I feel like you would, if you were stuck in traffic and this was around you, you would have an elevated heart rate just by looking around you. It's pretty nice, though.
It's perfect.
I really do
the
like
best
this
part.
cluster. The white headliner's a nice touch. That's cute. Did it even say what I kind of skipped through the ad. What did it have in
I
it?
don't even remember. And I
283 with a 2-speed power glide. Kurt, about that whole like struggling to get up to the highway thing. Might still have that problem here.
might still have that problem. Listen.
283 and 5,000 pounds in a 2-speed. Ready for drag racing though, that power glide.
See, you don't even need seatbelts. You'll never get that dangerous speeds.
I don't know. Everybody so far that's been in the ramp truck that hasn't had like real seatbelts still seems very uncomfortable, even though we're going 35 miles an hour.
It doesn't feel like you're going 30 miles an hour.
I love those fan shrouds that look like a garbage can that was just cut off. That's a nice. I mean, it's rusty and. Oh, is this the actual briar patch?
It's the briar patch. We get to see the before, the
Wow.
ran when parked version of the finished car.
Honestly, like we were talking about in the Q&A, if you have a story like this, like you have pictures of a car that you picked out of a field and whatever, and it was like the ran when parked, that's the kind of stuff you should feel free to send us. Not necessarily ads, but like any story you have of like, I bought a ran when parked car once. It was total crap and I had to crush it. Or whatever.
And now somebody's selling it for $5,000.
Yeah. I'm going to be your car salesman, Kurt. I don't think this is the one for you.
Oh, no, probably not.
It
But
is.
it's a mistake I would make. For like a big old Bel Air like this, having been redone as it has been, allegedly in decent condition, I think it's a good price
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
that they're asking. But yeah, otherwise, I don't think I could handle a car this long, first of all. But yeah, also, it would be
it's
miserably slow.
It's fine. Yeah, I'm sure it's pretty slow, and it certainly is going to probably be just as hard to maintain as the Corolla. But it's certainly everything that I knew about Kurt J. Mack in like 2013 or whatever. Like this was the mental image for me. And then I would, repeatedly in the comments be like, yeah, how about those 240Zs though?
Yes. Little shades of influence.
Yeah. That's a Cone Kurt approved car.
Bam.
This is a ZK Cone approved thing.
It is a 1980 International Scout 2, which is almost exactly what I was talking about last episode on the one that got away.
That's like the most, I don't know. You almost sounded like seductive there when you were introducing it. Like, oh, this is an International Scout.
Not a 79,
It's an 80.
and it's not orange, but it is immaculate. And even at $16,000, this is still one of the cheapest like cost to quality ones I've seen in a long time.
Wow. That's
Like
clean.
it doesn't even have the factory included rust.
It's trying. It's getting there. That is hard.
That's one of my favorite features is the door panel is just a stamped sheet of metal. The only soft thing is this kind of leatherish
Tiny
door
little
handle.
armrest.
That they borrowed from another car.
Right.
Yeah.
Bolted in.
That is purty. I mean, it's clean. I don't know if it's purty. Oh, now that I'm sold on. Give me just some of that
Plaid.
fabric.
The plaid and leather seats.
That is a weird choice, isn't it? To like put the vinyl leather stuff everywhere you don't sit. Does that still make
I'm
it
not
classier?
unhappy with that.
I'm not unhappy with it, but it's still like, why not just use more cloth? Like, I thought leather was meant to be sat on. Does it come with a school bus?
It's probably also for sale.
Oh, that
It's a
is
4-speed.
Is that the actual shift pattern? Is like 1 and 2 closer together than 3 and 4? Do you think? Or do you think they're just like
didn't
scrunching
fit
it?
on the knob?
All right, episode title.
Fit on the
It
knob.
just
Got it.
didn't fit on the knob. A little bit of oil leaking out of that transfer case, but you know,
It's fine.
doesn't.
Some real old Yokohamas.
Yeah, it doesn't look very driven. It does. It
No.
looks like it's
Well,
sat.
it only had like 58,000 miles or something like that.
Yeah, this was a baby truck.
Yeah, that's pretty ZK. Well, you'd have to sell a
16
lot of
grand.
fleet, though. That's
16 grand is pretty. That's a lot of money.
talk
But
about slow.
as far as these
196,
go,
4-speed. Luckily,
Yep,
you know, you're in Texas. There's no straight lines to go fast on there or anything. It's not like your highways have a speed limit of, 80.
85, sir,
Sorry.
which was terrifying in the cappuccino. It literally tops out at 85. It hits the speed limiter.
I'd say that's a smorgasbord of mistakes that would be very tempting to make. Although one of them requires selling organs. One of them requires new organs because it rides so bad, and one of those I
Will
would probably
eventually
actually
want
do.
your organs.
I would probably actually do. All right, let's get mild. This one's gonna be real mild for me because I don't remember what it was. Oh yes, it's the 71 Mercury Cyclone GT.
Ooh, doubling down.
What is this? Do you know?
It's a one owner 351 2-bar. All the dash is in it. Real GT car, nice.
I don't know what it is. Like, I don't know what it's based on. Like, every Mercury is a Ford, right? But what are you? It's almost a Ranwin Park too. Like, it's certainly in that like Ranwin Park kind of category. But it's only $2,500, and that GT on the front is something else.
In the crosshairs.
Yeah, that's a strong look. Like, that's a car that looks like it better be able to do 200, but probably only did 75. But what is it?
It's a Mercury Cyclone. It's
Fairlane?
Maybe.
That's no. I'm looking at Wikipedia.
Oh, it kind of has
a
like the
performance-oriented version of the Mercury Comet.
huh.
It started
the
as the
Comet
Mercury
was a-
Comet Cyclone.
Yeah, and there's Comet is also a Fairlane or a Falcon or a Maverick.
I was
or a
gonna say,
Torino.
yeah, it kind of has the roof line of a Falcon, doesn't it? Almost like the Aussie Falcon too.
What year was it again?
It is a 71.
71.
Oh, I didn't even notice these fog lights in here. I bet
Those
you
are
that's because of the. I bet you that's because it had the flip up. Or maybe those are indicators.
Oh yeah, well on the right side there is like a thing covering the
Right.
headlights.
Yeah.
It's like you can scoop up 2 pedestrians at once into that bumper.
I don't know that I've ever seen one of these. Like, nice. I don't know if I've ever seen one of these. And it's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's mild.
We are mildly interested.
You asked for mild, and I gave you mild. Kurt, I'm interested.
What you have here is a 1949 Chevrolet school bus, shorty school bus, for $30,000. It is a street
mild,
rat.
That's a mild heart attack of a price.
It is. It is a running on Mustang 2 something.
That's
I don't know.
That's a thing.
SBC 383. What's that mean?
Small block Chevy 383.
Ah, a TH
Listening
400
to-
automatic transmission.
It's a modernized shorty school bus.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's like a hot rod. It'll
With-
run 80 miles per hour all day if
Oh.
you dare.
I thought you were going to say it runs 80 miles in any direction.
It explodes.
I
Are
love-
those plywood wheel spats?
Probably.
Probably. I do love how these look like a school bus and then like Sawzall, the nose of a Chevy truck.
Right.
It's such a goofy look. Jeez. Some modification liberties have been taken here. That's a shorty too. 3 rows?
Very
That's
short.
what, like a 3-row?
Yeah, I think that's 3 rows. You really, I mean, fighting for the back seat on this one is just really not that cool. The bus driver can still see you pretty easily. Man, are those factory or not? I was trying to decide if those were like
They look
extra.
like the factory lights, but in like a exhaust, like a tailpipe.
Right.
Right. At first, I thought it was like stacks out the back, but
It's neat. That just something about this picture just makes me feel uncomfortable.
yes.
It's the
Bad.
leather strap.
Probably. Okay. That's a 383, all right.
Mm.
Ah, yes. That's how you know it was driven responsibly.
Yep. Got to get it to school.
That just not bumped it up just a notch above mild. Just saying.
And for whatever reason, they included this picture. Apparently, these people must build these things. And there's a ramp truck.
They're
Bonus
these
ramp
types
truck.
of people.
They're what, people?
These types of people.
Oh, these types of people. Yeah, they are. I just never, something about the look of this style of ramp truck just doesn't look as cool as the flatbeds, and I don't know what it is about them. It either has to be the ramp goes all the way to the roof, or it has to go flat. The mid ones just look silly to me. That is your cone.
It's because
bizarre
they're
hot
the
take.
most practical ones. That's why you don't like them.
Yeah, that's probably it.
You don't gotta worry
four
about
doors.
bottoming out or.
This seat, like straight out of a Chevy truck, too. That's like very haphazardly
Like-
welded to the floor.
Like a 2000s
Right.
Chevy truck.
That's a thing, Kurt.
That's a thing. It exists.
$30,000.
I like how they took the pictures in front of a school.
$30,000.
Yeah. What's sad is it's probably worth it.
Worth is such a weird.
Yeah, I had this argument earlier today. I don't want to get back into it.
Yeah, if y'all might have missed quite a Discord discussion on the price of used 911s today.
Uh-oh.
ZK.
1989 Chrysler TC by Maserati.
See, Maserati. Remember that Maserati?
No.
This is a Chrysler by Maserati.
Ah.
It is not a Maserati. Don't waste this time. This was essentially LeBaron, I believe.
Something of that nature, yeah.
LeBaron convertible, but with Maserati. Yeah, it's like a coach built thing. It is not good.
There's
Um,
so many of them still for sale, too. Like, so many of them.
Yeah, like as far as I can tell, it's a LeBaron and it has like leather everywhere with stampings of Maserati in them.
Of everything that got crushed in Cash for Clunkers, why not these?
Because they had a 2.2 or 2 point something liter small engine and they were actually like economical.
Well, it had that same, yeah, like turbo.
Chrysler Turbo.
Yeah, same thing as like a Daytona or whatever. Every car of Chrysler in this era. Whew.
I do think like that front angle of it actually looks kind of neat, but that's literally the only redeeming quality of this.
It's almost there. It almost
Almost.
looks classy. And then you see the Chrysler badge. Um,
I'm sorry, I don't. Oh, there's Chrysler names on it, but there's Maserati badges.
oh, sorry. Lots of
They
them,
made
by the
sure
way.
to really point those out in all these pictures.
On all the floor mats and the dash and the grill. And
And-
this is one that I saw at.
Oh, it's not the same
Redwood
one
this year. No, it's not. I thought it was, which is why I included it, because it was for sale in the Austin area, which is where Redwood was. But this is obviously a different one.
Obviously.
And this one has a dual overhead cam.
Yeah, this one has
An
a 40 in it. That's a 40.
And they actually
No,
said
it's 4G.
Chrysler by Maserati in
Yeah.
it.
Huh. So this is a Chrysler by Maserati with a Mitsubishi engine.
Yes.
I love it.
It all adds up.
And that's the reason I have pictures of these, because I was like walking around Redwood and went, huh.
Huh.
And I saw one for
Wild.
sale.
The sound of mild interest.
Yep.
Interest is a strong word.
I wish it had a cooler radio. Like there's so much potential for this to have cool things in it, but everything about it's just boring.
Yeah.
I'm noticing the tachometer is stuck at 25 while the car was off. I don't know what that means, but
Sure, it's fine.
It's that Chrysler / Maserati build quality that we all know, all trust. And
I really want to find a date code on these tires.
oh yeah,
'Cause I think, it's too
oh,
blurry.
yeah, we can't see very well through the pixels.
I can't see either. They're old.
they're old.
They're old.
Like I don't think they make affinities.
Yeah, I was trying to
anymore.
think of when Firestone affinities were a thing, and I don't think these are recent.
No.
Oh, Chrysler, you've done some things in your past. They weren't good. All right. Well, we have a little unfinished business from weeks ago now, actually.
You and me, Cone, right now, outside. Unfinished business.
I'll fold like a piece of paper. All right, to build more drama and intrigue on these, I've separated the results. I forgot that I used the picture with the snake in it. Oh, I loved that shifter. I need one of those for the Ram truck. Here's a review of the last best of cars, and this was during the April 1st episode. We had Kurtz. Do you remember the name of this thing?
That was a Benzalac.
Benzalac.
Sounds like some sort of laxative.
Kind of does. We had ZK's BMW Bamboozle and my Suburbalanche.
Rolls off the tongue.
It really does. And the winner is nobody. Or Kurt and ZK at 40%. You people had a month to vote on this, and we couldn't pick a clear winner. I could change my vote and swing this whole thing,
I was going to say, you could have been the tiebreaker.
but I didn't.
You're too selfish.
Yep, it had to be me. Kurt wins like on the like the best silly thing. And ZK definitely wins on presentation because that was well done. You really sold us there for a good bit.
Apparently, I got some viewers too. So
I was ready to call Bonka and be like, take him to the hospital. He's not right. All right.
it is pretty, but everything else about it's awful.
The BMW, just to be clear.
Oh yeah. Woo! Woo!
Just saved a man's life. All right. For best of this time around, I got somebody that realized they made a mistake. What is this fascination with turning Miatas into off-road, like, zombie apocalypse cars?
I blame the gambler.
Is it a gambler thing?
This is clearly a gambler 500 car.
And I
Where
get
you take something.
like the irony of it, like it's a Miata, haha, and now it's an off-road car. Ooh, but no, stop. And,
yeah.
like,
If you
this
did it
one-
right, that's cool, but it's PVC, really?
Right, PVC. It's got like 3-inch quote unquote lift on it. That's probably just welded stuff, making the suspension solid. It comes with an extra drive shaft, so the thing already was blowing itself apart. Everything about it's wrong and bad, and they ruined a Miata. Now they're like, haha, I'm gonna sell this for $3,500. But it has a winch.
Okay,
With a
that's
remote.
cool.
Just hacked into there
It
and
is.
taped on, apparently.
That is the most hackery hack job I've ever seen, I think. I think they did that with a steak knife.
Like one of the crappy serrated ones.
Right. It's the best because it's the worst.
This just makes me sad.
Yeah, everything just makes me sad about this.
Everything makes me sad.
The Cone Dodger 240 story.
They will entertain any offer, though.
Entertain never owning a vehicle again. Well, hi.
Well, hello. Yes, that's part of the ad. I have to include it. I already shared this with the group, but you could get a rare JDM 1987 Nissan BE1 for $4,328. It's a very specific price. I only learned about these last year when I was like taking the last road trip with the SVX. One pulled in front of me and I'm like, what the heck is that? And
What are you?
everybody told me what it was. What are you? Upon further reflection, I don't think this is the one. I think because this one is apparently in like Oregon. It could be the one, but I don't know how many there are in the Seattle, Portland area. But
Kurt, is this the one for you though?
it could be one. Yes. Just a weird car and a weird ad.
Weird
A very
ad.
Weird ad.
I've been reading and
Yeah.
it's weird.
It's a very weird ad.
I
remember
want
looking
you to
at
read
this
this
one-
paragraph.
The second from the last.
Yeah.
So before we go further, if you are the type of person who will say, "Hey, would you take 38, 28, etc., just know I'm retired. I have plenty of money, and I have imported more than one JDM vehicle over the years, so I know the value I have here. Look closely at the pictures. Today's prices in Japan and in the USA are provided documentation. You'll never ever take a penny less."
Oh boy.
And then it goes on for
it
like
goes
18
on.
more paragraphs. It's really not important.
And thank you for
These are
including
also,
a
like,
picture of
stock
a
photos.
stock photo
Yeah,
of
he's
one.
using stock photos. Here's not his car, but evidence of
Oh.
pricing available for other BE1s.
And here's the actual car.
And here comes the actual car.
What a face.
It's a face.
And that mustache too. What are those tires? Are those like original JDM tires? They look like off-road.
Probably- They're like 14s or
Bridgestones.
13s.
They just look
They're even
weird.
smaller than that. They're like 12.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Was that a tire size but like a weird measurement
Where are you
I don't
seeing
know.
it?
at the bottom?
This
Or is
looks
that
like
just the model?
SF270. I think it's a model.
Oh, okay, never mind.
They are.
I thought it was gonna be like one of your the tires on Jesse originally.
Oh yeah, the 6.5s and the 6. Oh yeah, I need a 6.5-8 by 16.5. Sir, those aren't tire sizes. Oh, now it's got generals.
Federals. Or generals.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
General.
Pixels were loading.
The pixels were loading. The pixels were loading.
Oh, he has the toy car
This is my toy car.
Oh god.
and the club.
The club.
Are they all
So many
automatics?
people trying to steal BE1s.
I think they are. I don't know.
That's a shame.
And here he is.
In front of his Ford.
Yeah, in the description, that's his
the
smile
Ranger.
after he bought it. I don't know why he's not in front of the car after he bought it, but
No,
did
he bought
feel
a
a bit weird
Ranger.
including
That's
this
the,
picture of a
that's
man
the
that we don't
Ranger he
know.
bought. Yeah.
This is a very strange ad, but BE1s are cool and weird.
They're cool and weird, but I don't know that I like them. Like, it's...
You know, I actually get you.
Yeah, yeah. There's enough of these, like, cool and weird, especially Nissan, you know, weird 90s retro cars. And this one's not the coolest of those.
Right.
No.
Yes.
So, yeah, I don't...
Honda really played second fiddle for all those, didn't they?
Mhm. Does seem that way. All right. Okay.
Oh.
This is a 2016 Chevy Camaro SS convertible. And Marvin is sending you good vibes.
Nice weather for my baby. 27 grand rebuilt title.
Yep. Everything works, though. It's perfect.
Trying to sell his baby.
That's not a convertible, too.
Nope.
Oh, boy.
And it's got RGB headlights.
Oh, jeez.
Chevy Life, sport car and lifted truck.
Sport car.
This seems
Sport
like
car.
sort of social media posts that like a PR firm for Chevy would be making. It doesn't
No,
seem
this
real.
is this is the kind of PR post the Chevy PR person's 15-year-old son would be making. What is it supposed to? I don't.
Heart eyes.
Oh no!
Yeah, I actually blurred that out.
Oh no!
Cute.
Yep.
Cute.
Oh, I'm just noticing now, like the four tailpipes.
Yeah, that was the first thing my eyes were drawn to.
I started like this is are those the real taillights? Those look like Corvette taillights.
I think those are they're the stock style.
Yeah.
I don't know if that like silvery blacked out look is stock, but that's kind of the shape they are on the newer ones.
Mm.
I have to say this is pretty much, oh my gosh, it just keeps going. Pretty much everything I dislike about modern like muscle car culture is that it just became Need for Speed Underground 3. Like the same
not even the
people
good one.
the same people that were like I hate the racers, man, their cars are so annoying, became those people with Camaros and Mustangs and trucks. And trucks.
And trucks.
But it's all about that Chevy Life, bro.
Bruh.
Oh, I'm curious what the. I'm not really curious, but
you
like,
are.
what are the paintings on the hood and the trunk?
I'm pretty
They
sure
come
we
and go
don't-
in different pictures.
We probably don't want to know, Kurt.
Like that back one is
Oh,
Astros.
yeah, it's the same thing with the skull, with like
yeah,
it's
but
like
that's
the
like-
Punisher skull with a baseball hat on.
Yeah, with the Astros baseball cap. Yeah, that's weird.
That's the only thing that's weird here.
But he's
Yeah.
sending you good vibes, Kurt.
Thanks.
Thanks. You can keep them. Just like you can keep your $27,000 rebuilt title, not convertible Camaro SS with every bad modification to it. Keep it. Well,
Well then,
that was a
That's-
ride.
that was a ride. To follow up, the BE1 had 12-inch wheels. 12-inch. Find some new tires for that.
What engine does it have in it? It's not a K car.
No, it is a inline 4 with oh god.
Probably like a
Put me on the
1300.
spot.
I'm guessing 1300.
No, it's 987 cc.
Weird. It's just
51 horsepower.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to feel about that car. Let us know what
Perhaps
you
that
feel.
should have gone into mildly interesting.
Yeah. Let us know what you feel about our best ads of the week. Get your votes in. Let us know who you think had the best ad, or the most interesting best ad, or the funniest best ad. Whatever you want.
I think these are all the worst, best.
These are-
best, worst.
Yeah, these are all the best worst. Yeah. Best worst.
Yeah, we had a week off. We had to get it out of our system here.
It's been a week. Like I had a horrible week of finding ads when we were doing the 1 year. But
Yeah.
I'm set for the next 2 weeks now. Like I'm set for the next 2 recordings. It's been hot. So if you're looking for a mistake to make, I'm saying get hunting. They're out there. I think that will do it for our show this week. Thank you as always for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Hey.
Hey.